Welcome to another episode of Sit Down and Heal with Coach Derrick every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your certified healing journey coach and relationship coach. And what I do here is I help you heal first. I help you get down to the root, and then I bridge you over to some relationship tactics and topics that will help you date and relationship better. And even if you're married or in a relationship, I can help you with some tips and tools to keep it going longer. And tonight we got a special topic. Some of y'all, the people that land here, ironically, we have a lot of the same traits. So a lot of you guys are going to identify with this real fast. So when I say you lied to keep the peace, what do you mean, Coach Derrick? See, a lot of us who consider ourselves to be decent, good people, and we hate liars. We hate people that want to do us wrong and manipulate us, and they lie to us. We don't like these people because we're good people, right? But even good people lie. We just don't think about it as a lie because we're the hero in the story. It doesn't make us a bad person, but we don't consider it a bad lie when it protects us. What do you mean, Coach Derrick? I'm not a liar. I'm good. But see, I put a little bit of context in the title so you kind of know where I'm going. You're lying to keep the peace, not in your relationship, but inside yourself. Let's go on a journey, y'all. As you come in, let me know you're here. I need proof of life. Come in and say hello. And we about to go ahead and take the gloves off, and we're going to go down this rabbit hole. So when I say lie to keep the peace, it takes a special type of person, consider themselves good, consider themselves to be, a loving, caring person, but they lie almost every day in their relationship, to their friends, to their family, but they believe that they're not. Now, why is this? Why do we paint over the fact that it's really not true? Because there's a certain place inside you that needs it to be true, that needs you to feel protected, right? Those of you who follow me know what I'm talking about. It's a little person in there. So when you lie, sometimes this is what it sounds like. Hey, honey, did you like that steak I cooked? It was the most amazing thing I ever tasted. Baby, I can't wait to have it again. But you really didn't like it. But you knew if you said you didn't like it, that criticism would not be taken well. You've seen this before. So in order for you to keep the peace, you got to lie a little bit. So you don't have to worry about triggering something in them that's not really able to take criticism, and you've learned this over time. You got to lie, right? Do you? But you've been doing it so long that you found peace in knowing how to maneuver. You've trained yourself to duck and dodge the things that don't make you feel safe. You have picked a partner that frequently doesn't make you feel safe to the point where you feel like lying is the only option in order for you to keep the peace. Not in your relationship, but within yourself. You see what I did there? This is a reoccurring theme. We always talk about the other person made you lie. The other person made you tell a half-truth. That way you didn't have to worry about how they're going to react to it, and then you'll feel safe. But you got to do it all the time now. You got to do it all the time. You're a liar, right? I'm using the word liar because we don't want to be known as this. But you have been or are a liar when you have to do this all the time. All the time. Let me tell you what it sounds like. So When you go out with your girl, you go out with your fellas, gentlemen, and you have an amazing time. You come home and your partner, your husband, your wife, they say, "Hey, you went out with your friends. How was it? Did y'all have a good? Oh my God, it was amazing, man. Well, did anybody try to talk to you? You're looking real cute. Well, yeah, yeah, they did try, but I'm with you, right? Then your partner does this. Are you sure you didn't try to talk to them? Honey, I've never given you any reason to think otherwise. Like, we good, right? Nah, I don't know. I think you lying. I think you might have had a little bit too much fun. I don't know if I just don't I don't trust them. And then when I think something must have happened you're not telling me about. Now fast forward, right? So now I go out again with my friends next month. I come home and my partner say, "Oh, did you have a good time tonight?" Nah, baby, it's pretty I don't even know. We were just standing on the wall the whole night. I don't even I think this is probably one of the worst times I ever had. And then your partner shuts down and they stop asking questions. You just lied. You just lied. But you lied to keep the peace. You didn't want to, but you did it anyway, right? Because you knew that your partner probably has some kind of anxious attachment style. They don't want you to leave them, so they think everybody trying to get you. Right? You don't want to feel like that anymore. Advocating for yourself doesn't work. And I know I'm not leaving, so I gotta lie, right? Because at least I don't have to worry about that mouth. And I get to go to bed at night in peace. You know what? I think every time I go out is going to be the most horrible time I ever had. But my boys asked me to go, so I'm going to go with them just to make them happy. But I really don't want to be there because it sucks. I'm going to just go because they want me to. Now, this partner that has that insecure attachment is kind of cool with that. I want you to have a miserable time. Uh-oh. You chose this life, right? People like this, they never don't have those dialogues with their partner about how things feel, what you don't like. Because there's the risk that they're going to make you feel judged. They're going to make you feel criticized. I don't want to feel like that, so let me shut up. So sometimes you just omit information. And a lot of times when they ask you direct questions, you got to lie. You don't have to, but you're making a choice to lie. So somebody in the comments said, how do you keep up with the lies? So let's go deeper. It's 11 people in here. Let's go deeper. I see the people who follow me. We'll talk about this on the back end. But think about this. How do you keep up with the lies? So here's the thing. You're thinking about the liars that we hate. This isn't them, like the malicious liar. This isn't a malicious liar, right? A lie is a lie is a lie. But this ain't the one. This one is doing it for self-preservation because they have a trauma in them that is being triggered by the response that they think you're going to do. They're lying for survival. So they don't have to remember it. It comes as it's needed. So it's not a string of lies. It's just enough for me to feel safe in the moment. I don't have to remember it. It's only when I think you're going to react a certain way, I'm going to give it to you so you can shut up. Because everything that comes The opposite of shutting up, it triggers my inner child. Right? So now, pay attention. Trauma, when you are triggered, releases this chemical called cortisol. It's the stress hormone, right? It doesn't know if you're in conflict with your partner or you're going to get hit by a bus. It doesn't know the difference. It just knows there's a fear. And you got to fix it right now. Do I argue or do I lie? Do I argue or do I lie? Do I argue or do I lie? If I lie, it gets quiet. If I argue, it might last long enough for me to really feel hurt. Do I lie or do I go through and there's a possible solution on the other end because I'm speaking up for myself? But wait, the last few times I spoke up for myself, they shut me down. That didn't work. All right. If I go through the argument, it's really going to piss me off. It hurt me. You know what? No, I didn't have a good time. I hated that shit. Yes, that steak was amazing. Ruth Chris ain't got nothing on you, baby. That's amazing. Meanwhile, you still chewing on the steak from an hour ago because it tastes like it's bubblegum in your mouth. But you don't want that person to feel like you just criticized. Because they're not taking it as you criticize the food. They're taking it as you criticize them. They got their own issues to work out. Right? So then you become a conflict avoider. A conflict avoider, sometimes you got to lie to avoid the conflict. You're a liar too. You want to know who else is a liar? The big fat liar. You know who else is a liar? People pleaser. You're a people pleaser. You got to lie sometimes because you're doing too much. Right? The lies sound different though. That's what it sounds like. Dang, it seemed like you doing a lot. Ain't you tired? Nah, I ain't tired. I just want to keep going. It's a lie. See what I did there? Still a lie. You still gotta do something to make you feel better. Notice all of this still keeps coming back to making myself feel better. A people pleaser gonna try to fix you. They're gonna try to do everything to make sure you don't leave. The other person, like, dang, you doing a lot. I don't deserve this. Yes, you do. But you just spent a lot of money on me, and I don't know. This is too much. Oh, it's okay. I can handle it. It's a lie. You wasn't doing it for them. You was doing it for you. You liar, you. Right? So here, for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Coach Derrick. I am your certified healing journey coach and relationship coach. And here at Sit Down and Heal Coaching, we got to teach you to really give enough of a damn about yourself that you don't feel compelled to lie because you're standing on business. You have boundaries. There's certain things you will and will not do because within yourself, you feel great. Why did I pick somebody that I'm afraid to talk to? I can't even tell them how I feel. I got to keep hiding and lying. Is that me or them? And was that inside me before I met them? Have I done this before? If I did this in another relationship, then it's got to be a pattern, right? We don't think like this. Because as we're doing all the things, as we're avoiding conflict, as we are placating, we're not thinking about if it's a pattern. We're thinking about self-preservation. Self-preservation. Remember, let's rewind a little bit. That trauma feels like life and death. That conflict feels like you about to have a stroke because it's all up in here. You need to relieve that pressure, don't you? You got to relieve it somehow because it's hurting what they saying to you. It's hurting that you feel judged. It hurts that you feel criticized. How do I? You know what? I'm good. I'm good. You sure? You look a little sad after we had that argument. Nah, I'm okay. You're a big fat liar. But it gets them to walk away, don't it? You just lied in order to keep the peace. But is it really peaceful? Is it really peaceful? Inside you. See, I talk about this a lot. I've talked about this a lot over the years. Your house could be quiet, but inside your body, there's chaos. There's chaos. And what are you going to do about it? You're going to keep doing it. Why? Because it's all you've ever known. Hide, lie, move, duck. Don't confront, because confronting might hurt. So we protect ourselves with the lie. But on the street, we condemn all liars. I don't want nobody to lie to me. I'll leave them if they lie to me. No, liars, we hate them. You may not be a villain, but you definitely are a liar. The people that come here, we've all been this liar at some point in our lives. My empaths, my introverts, my people pleasers, my fixers, we lie. Because confrontation just don't feel good. Don't feel good to anybody. But if you're an empath, it stings a little bit harder, don't it? It eats at your soul. The only way out is for you to be like, I'm okay. It's okay. We'll fix it. Don't worry about it. I'm okay. You can just go ahead and do what you was doing. I'm good over here. We straight. Just can we move past this? We fixed it, right? We good? Yeah, okay, cool. You just lied. So you got to ask yourself, there's the finger, sweet tea. There's the finger. You got to ask yourself, at what age did you start being afraid to speak up for yourself? Or have you always been this way? You got to think about it a little bit, right? You got to think about it. Have I always kind of been like this? It just didn't surface really big until I got older, but was this always in me? Have I seen this somewhere else before? Have I always been a conflict avoider? It can't just be this latest partner of mine. Where did it come from? This is the work we do here at Sit Down and Heal Coaching. We figure out the why. Because if we can figure out the why, we can figure out who you are. If we can figure out who you are, then we can train you to move differently because your patterns keep haunting you. Know how I know? Look at your history. I don't have to convince you. And I don't even know you. Look at your history. Has this always been in you? You always been a people pleaser? You always fall in love real fast? You always just do a little too much to make sure that you got them? You want to prove that you better than all the other men or all the other women they ever had so they could pick you? Thank you for the gift, y'all. I see you, Shakina. I appreciate you. Have we always been like this? Do we blame it on our ex? And when I say always, I don't mean in its current form. I mean, even if there was a little piece in you, maybe you fought it for a while, but it was there. Maybe it was part of your thought process and you fought it and did something different, but has it been there? Right? Because here's the distinction: we can be cool in every aspect of our lives. We advocate for ourselves at work, with our family, with our kids, with our cousins, with everybody until we fall in love. Until we fall in love, and then something happens. Those words hurt. Those conflicts, you feel judged. Oh, they say that I'm not the I don't want to feel like this no more. You know what? You're right and I'm wrong. It's me, not you. You you got it. No, I'm fine. Okay. It feels better now. Wait, we just learned something. If I do that, then I don't have to go through the pressure. Okay, so every time that I start to feel like this, I'm going to cope with it by lying. I just put on a whole performance for y'all. Lying is the solution. But you're not a liar, though. You're a good person. You love everyone. I'm not a liar. What are you talking about? Look at my character. Look at how I show up in the world. Still a liar. And you will continue to be a liar until you figure out how to work through your trauma. You won't be able to relationship well. You won't even have a great relationship with yourself, because guess who else you've been lying to? You. You've been lying to you too. You've convinced yourself that you're okay. You've convinced yourself and lied to yourself enough that you think it's true. You've lied to yourself enough that your partner thinks that's who you are. Your partner thinks that them getting their way is how it should be because you're okay with it. This is your life. This is you every week, and you have convinced yourself that this is normal. But it doesn't feel good when you have to do it. You know that it doesn't feel good. You know it doesn't feel good. You suffer in silence. Tuck your head down and you keep it moving. And when it gets real hot, that defense mechanism kicks in. I'm good. Everything cool. Yeah, I brought in 30 boxes by myself. My back hurt a little bit, but I don't mind. I'm cool. Give me 30 more. I'm straight. Because you know if you ask them for help, they give you all kind of lip. So I'm going to just go ahead and do it myself. You sure? Yeah, I'm good. It's a lie. It's a lie. And what do we do with this big old bag of lies that we carry? With this conditioned behavior, right? If anybody's ever taken a psychology class, right? They had this I forget the doctor or whatever his name is, this thing called Pavlov's dog. And it's about how that dog is trained and conditioned. Whenever they hear a bell, they think that they're giving them the food, and then at some point they take the food away and they ring the bell. The dog automatically assumes the food is there, and they've been conditioned, right? When you go through relationships, sometimes you condition yourself. Sometimes you condition yourself. They don't even realize it. Conflict avoiders, you condition yourself to figure out when and where and how to maneuver so that you don't have to feel anything negative. You become a master at it. It becomes a part of your personality. I've learned my partner enough to maneuver around even in my pain so that they don't turn up a little bit. I feel safe and I win. You literally had to go through a whole doctoral program to figure out how to move around your partner. You're in a 300 level class. You damn good at this. But are you happy? Are you happy? Are you your life sustained this way? Because we tell each other, right? We're gonna be together forever, 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 ever. Like for the rest of your life until you pass on, you got to be this. That's the deal you signed up for. You're gonna be afraid. Listen to my words. Here's the thing, right? And I talk about this a lot. This ain't gonna be a long show tonight. I swear to you, we're gonna be wrapping up soon. I got some goodies for y'all. Imagine a world. Imagine a world where you pick a partner that you're supposed to be with forever. Forever. The love of your life. You wash their dirty drawers. You will walk through fire for them. You done had a couple of their kids. Y'all is rocking. But you're afraid of them. Was that part of the deal? I'm afraid to talk. We're supposed to be able to communicate, compromise, do all the things on the list with a C, compromise, communicate, cater to, all of it. You're supposed to be able to do all that. I'm scared of you. I'm scared. So then you have to make this bold statement. I'm afraid to talk to the person that I love the most. And it sound weird to say that, right? I'm afraid to talk to the person that I love and that I'm going to be with forever. I'm afraid. It's hard to say out loud, right? Men, I know it's real hard for you to say because we suffer too. It's hard to say you hurt me when we talked last night. It's hard to say, please, could you please not ever talk to me like that again? The volume of your voice triggered me because my dad used to do that shit. But we don't say it. We just feel it and we bottle it up and we mute it down and we carry it. Conflict number 2, conflict number 10, conflict number 200. Still there. Still there. What are we doing? Right? I am you. It took me a long time to not be afraid. And that fear, even though I put that on my partner, it was really a fear that I placed on myself. I put it on me. Because a lot of us don't have like highly abusive partners. We just don't like the way it feels when they get mad. So we make our own prison for ourselves. Communication skills it's not really doing what it's supposed to do. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. Isn't that what y'all say? It's not giving. Why is that? Because there's a little person inside you that looks just like you, that's younger. Their fear is stronger than your ability to advocate for yourself. It's been inside you, maybe lying dormant, waiting for the right person to trigger it, but it's always been there. It's afraid. It's afraid of the same things that it's always been afraid of: criticism, judgment, tone of voice, feeling inadequate. If I speak up, they're going to think less of me. If I speak up, they're going to judge me. If I speak up, they're going to think something different about me. So I'm going to be quiet because that's what I was trained to do. Be quiet. Stay in the child's place. Don't speak up. It's been in you. You've chosen relationships where you've had to shut up to keep the peace. Think about it. There's a lot of us who were those type of kids, not saying anything, kept the peace. It's been following you, waiting for someone to act and sound like your parent. Why would we pick people that remind us of our parents? Why would we do this? Because it's familiar to us. Because it's how we were shown love is shown. Even in its dysfunction, this is what we saw. It's been in here. We go to school, we get our degree, we don't get our degree, we do this, we get this career, we work, we have kids, we become these adults. We're picking partners and we're getting divorced and we're trying to figure it out. I don't know what I want anymore. Maybe I should date. Maybe I should try again. Let me get on a dating app. Let me figure it out. I don't know. Right? We're going through all of this with our big grown self. But that little kid remembers. You get a lot when you just shut up. Just let them do what they do. And if we shut up, everything will be cool. We remember this. So then we get into a relationship and we're like, you know what? This feels amazing. This feels amazing. Oh my God. I found my person. But you didn't learn all the stuff you learned from sit down and heal coaching about how you set up your rules of engagement early in the honeymoon stage for when the argument eventually happens, and you do all of these things to help you communicate better and not hurt each other. You don't know this yet, right? Nobody taught us this, right? So now you're a person. You're in love. Oh my God. But you don't realize subconsciously you chose someone that had some traits. You didn't realize it though. It's the little kid. The little kid is like, yeah, they nice, but they look like they got a little temper up under there. We ain't gonna ask them about it, but I see it because I pay attention when you're not. So when they start that temper 6 months later, and that little kid is like, yes, bring that shit. Yeah. That's the vibes that we remember. This is love. Yeah, keep going. Dang, that temper, that it hurt, but we was trained to shut up and take it. And that little kid is like, I feel love now. I want some more. And you like, we don't really like this, do we? Yeah, we do. See, this inner child, you don't even realize it's there, so you don't know how to reparent that kid. They winning. And you suffering. You're like, God damn it. I should have left a year ago. And that little kid is like, we know they're going to come home and be upset about something, so let's just prepare for it. We chose this on purpose. I hope you know that. And you'd be like, we chose this on purpose? And you're like, well, how we choose? You look at me. Why would we choose that? We hated our dad. I hope y'all catching this. why would we pick someone that reminds us of someone that we know was toxic and dysfunctional? And why do we keep doing it? And then we'll say, well, these are just the type of people that I always attract. Why do they keep finding me? This can't possibly be my type if they keep hurting me. Like, what? Why do I keep picking them? Your logical brain is asking why you keep picking them, but the inner child is like, can we get more? Until you realize I'm running you, I'm gonna keep doing what the hell I'm doing. Thank you. May I have another? Yeah, I know that was a narcissist. We got out of that. Can I have more? Please. Can we please try to fix somebody else? We don't care if they give us back the reciprocity. If we give more, then we'll feel like we're loved more. Even if they're not giving it, to keep going. Even if we gotta lie, we gotta stay. We gotta make them feel like we're good when we're not. Because we don't want to be abandoned by them. Because mommy left us when we were little. I don't want you to leave either, so I gotta lie. Yeah, I'm okay with you talking to me like that. It's okay. It's just you just had a bad day. If I'm triggering you right now, breathe. Because I'm triggering myself. So the question becomes, what are we going to do about it? Right? This is why I became a coach. This is my story. But we don't have to continue to be this, because we are the masters of our own body and who we bring into our energetic circle. Who gets to stay for a little time? Who get to stay for we control all of that. But the first thing we have to learn how to manage is ourselves. If we can't learn to manage ourselves, somebody else gonna do it for you. Somebody else gonna do it for you, and you're gonna give them the keys to do it, and they're not even gonna have to ask much. Self-esteem, here's the keys. You control my self-esteem for me. So if you leave, I'm gonna be devastated because I never owned it. You do. What are we gonna do about it? We've done it so much, we don't need. Okay, you know what? The solution is I just won't meet another human being for the rest of my life, and that way I'll be safe. No, you're still not happy. And it doesn't mean happiness means you get a partner or a wife or a husband. It's something in you that needs to be looked at so that you can release it, or at least learn how to manage it. You learn how to manage it so that you can live the life that you always dreamed of. And we're not talking about money. Remember that In Vogue song, Free Your Mind and the Rest Will Follow? You got to free your mind in order for you to start addressing the trauma and stop living in it and walking through it every day. And you don't even realize you are until you look at the results. This inner child isn't just present in your personal romantic relationships. It's in the relationship you have with your kids, with your parents, with your friends, with your coworkers. It's always there. It's always there so much that in each one of these groups I named, you turn into a different person just to appease them. You people pleaser, you. You got to lie there too. But we don't call ourselves liars because we're good people, right? Liar, bad person. Me? I'm not bad, so I can't be a liar. You're a liar too. They just all don't look the same. Your lie is born out of self-preservation, but it's still a lie. So if you don't like liars, let's fix it. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Coach Derrick. I am a relationship coach, but even bigger, I'm a healing journey coach. I help you through everything I'm talking about tonight because it's still on you. It was on me most of my life with my people-pleasing ass, with my I don't like conflict, so let me shut up and say you got it. I never advocated for myself. But I realized that I became my dad. I thought it was me, but it was modeled for me. Great dad. Awesome dad. He was there. But in relationship, he had to lie to keep the peace. Because he didn't like a lot of noise. He didn't like a lot of criticism. He didn't like a lot of judgment. He just wanted it to be quiet. And I became him. So I subconsciously picked women that would trigger that in me. I need for y'all to catch what I'm saying. I wasn't picking people based on me vetting them or seeing if we align with each other. We say it, but we picking them for another reason. That's why we have to understand these things that I teach you so that we don't repeat the cycle. We let our grown-up self pick them, not the little one. And guys, when I point down, I'm not talking about that little one. I'm talking about the little kid. Right? My dad passed last end of July of 2024, right? And he never lived a life where he spoke his truth. He lied until he passed on. He never got it off him. And I don't want that for me, and I don't want that for you, because he was miserable. And I can't blame my mom for making him like this. It was a decision that he made to shut up. We don't have to shut up. We can learn how to speak for ourselves so that we don't sit in places that we shouldn't be in. A lot of you that come here, we are not young, but we still got some time to work on it. There's a lot of you that have chosen to work on it. Some of you guys are working with me on it, and you're seeing some movement on some things that's been holding you down for a long time. I don't play about your healing. I don't play about wanting the best for you, but I can't want it more than you do. And I'm not saying I know everything, but I know a little bit about a lot of bit. I can see your patterns, and I can tell you exactly what you need to do to get on track. I won't do the work for you, but I'll be a guardrail for you for a little bit until we don't need them anymore. So I went through this tonight, right? It was a lot of triggery stuff being said, and when y'all see me on the pop-ups, it's gonna be the opposite energy. But something put this on me today, so I felt compelled to do it. And if you notice, if you look at the numbers, they're lower than my normal numbers. It's because I'm talking about something serious, and that's okay, because somebody needed to hear this tonight. So if you do nothing else, take this with you. And I'm going to be very blunt, and I'm going to be very straightforward with you. Stop fucking around with your life Stop sitting in these spaces that's hurting for years. Get help because you don't know how to do it. I don't care how many podcasts you listen to. You don't have a program. You don't have habit change. You get dopamine highs. That's all you got. See, I ain't laughing no more. I'm more serious about you than you are. So if you need help, just inbox me and say, Coach, I need help, and let me do the rest. I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm going to tell you exactly what you need. Stop rescheduling your healing and putting other things in front of it that don't need to be. And no, my program ain't free, but most things in life aren't. You pick and choose what you need. So your emotional health ain't even on your priority list. You're just dealing with the shit. It's not important to you to feel emotionally safe, right? It's not important to you to deal with the things that are making you make these decisions. But what is important, right? So let me say this as I go, right? There's some new things on the site. So those of you who have the app part of it, refresh. It looks different now. The merch store has some new things. This is one of them. Right? The merch store is at towards the bottom. That's new thing number one. New thing number two, there is a digital library that is open now. There's some things in there. A few more things will populate and it will grow. No, they're not free, but they're not expensive. I have tiered products. You got the workshops that are on the higher end. You have the ebooks and the workbooks and the journals that are on the lower end. So no matter what your wallet has, there's something there for you that will help you. I'm gonna give you guys a freebie in a couple days, maybe by tomorrow, and I'll announce it. It'll be on the front page. But I'm gonna give you guys. I have a It's almost like a checklist for you to be an intentional dater. So it's things that you need to consider and all of these. I'm gonna give you that freebie soon. I'm just about. I've been when you go to the digital library. I did all of that in a week. That's why y'all haven't seen me in the Discord. That's why I haven't posted, because I want to make sure that y'all have the best information, the best resources, the best version of me in 2025. Coach Tanya is in the comments. She's 2024 graduate of my program. 2025 needs some more graduates. So let's do it together. Not by yourself. Together. So when you go to my site, click everything. You will be surprised how much stuff is there. And it's evolving and it's growing, and you guys still ain't clicked the link in the bio yet because you think it's going to cost me too much. You don't know that until you go. So if I were you, I would go there. You may be in for some interesting surprises. Wink, wink. Because there's some things I forgot to do. Wink, wink. So get it now, because it's coming as soon as I catch a breath. Wink, wink. That's all I'm going to say. Click everything. Get what you can. And it's going to grow. That digital library is about to be on beast mode. It's so much stuff in there right now. And, and it's another ebook about to drop in less than 24 hours for people that's dealing with breakups. It's called the Breakup Heart Map. It's going to help you navigate through a breakup to get to where your destination is, which is for you to be better on the other side of it, so you can be prepared to eventually possibly date again and be a healthier dater. Those of you who've been following me for a while, y'all ain't seen none of this. This is new. I've been writing my ass off, configuring things, making things look pretty, doing the graphics. Y'all better go look at that shit. It's amazing. It's amazing. I got another one coming in 24 hours. The only thing that stopped me from finishing it is like literally 10 minutes from being finished is because I had to come on here. I gotta check off. Let me tell y'all what's coming. What's today? Before the end of the week, you're gonna have that intentional dating checkoff list. That's a freebie. You're gonna have for those of you who are in relationships, and you know we always talk about checking in with your partner frequently. I have a whole PDF file of things that you should check off while you are doing your checkup, so you don't miss anything. That's coming. Like it, y'all better go check it out. And every time it grows, I'm gonna announce it. But y'all got to go check it out. Because if I hear one more person that's been on my live for the past 3 months talk about, do you coach? How do I find out what your prices are? Click the link in the profile. So hopefully you guys enjoyed and got some value out of this. Tomorrow when I go live, we going all the way in. Thursday when I go live, we going all the way in. We always gonna go all the way in, but every now and then we gotta dig. Cause y'all ain't gonna listen to me until I give it to you. Like y'all keep coming back. And hopefully I inspired someone tonight to sit down and heal. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have an amazing night. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Sit Down and Heal with Coach Derrick. I'll see y'all later.
Sit down and heal with Coach